The Ravens in the third round select offensive lineman Emery Jones out of LSU. Emery is 6'5" and 1/4 inch. He is 315 pounds with 34 and 1/4 inch arms. I've watched Emery Jones in 5 games, so not nearly as much as anybody connected with the Ravens, but I'll give you my initial impressions so far as his strengths and weaknesses. Emery's very good on stunts. Not once have I seen him pressed or in a hurry or have difficulty in handing off or picking up a twist. He is a big man, but he moves well in space, does not lumber, and appears very athletic on the move. Gets good movement in combination and has good timing coming off. Shows good ability in executing drive blocks and cutoff blocks on the second level. Emery shows great technique while executing a reach block. We'll see him asked to get out of his stance, reach this 3 technique. Just a short stretch step, has his arms loaded. He's got his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. He wants to target this outside number of the defender, and he's got to get out of his stance quickly in order to execute this reach block. In the run game, LSU runs both gap and zone. I think Emery's comfortable in either. Now they're going to ask him to reach this 5 technique, again running wide zone, this time to the field. This is a tough block they're asking him to make. It's an essential block for this run. Really consistent with his outside arm so far as his aiming point. And again, he's got to get out of his stance quickly. You can see that outside arm to the outside number, outside pec of the defender. Runs his legs, keeps his shoulders square. We're seeing that he's very effective in getting to a spot quickly off the ball. They're asking Emery to hinge this 3 tech backside. The defender's going to shoot his arms off the ball. Watch Emery with a 2-handed swat, slap those arms down, place his inside arm to the shoulder, and turn and seal him backside on this run. These movement skills would be attractive, especially at the guard position to me, to the Ravens. I'm assuming that's how they view him. We see him here pulling and leading through on this counter scheme. Again, very effective on the move. We see him on this combo block, working to this linebacker who's outside of the guard. They get good movement off the ball. This is a penetrating D lineman. He has good timing, coming off the block and making the block on the second level. I mentioned that he's very good in picking up twists and stunts. A lot of work goes into that with he and the guard. Obviously, they're well coached and they do a good job on this. He never really looks pressed, easily picks up these twists and passes them off. He is not always consistent shooting his hands in pass pro, but when he does and he gets him inside, he really can latch up a defender. You see that here. When executing a down block on a penetrating defender, he's got to get that second step down quickly. You can see he does that here, cutting off that gap. Braces his body, and you can see him throw the defender inside. This video so far has shown many of the things he does well. In case you don't make it to the end of the video, my opinion of him in pass protection is that he is very, very inconsistent. Here we have him in pass protection versus Ole Miss. I've noticed a tendency to cross his feet out of his kick slide and lunge when he shoots. I think he's inconsistent in terms of timing up his shoot, especially considering he has 34-inch arms. He gives up pressures and I believe sacks in each of the 5 games I watched. Really had a rough outing versus Ole Miss, particularly number 38, who's a 310-pounder here. Off the ball, he is bending at his waist, shoots his hands high, lunges, You see JJ get the edge on him with that rip. Really like to see the Ravens draft JJ. Just looks uneasy in his footwork to me at times. You can see as he goes to set inside, reading the defender, he gets off balance, shoots his arms, really doesn't reach the defender. And I don't think he does a good job exploiting that reach advantage that he has on most people. Gets long-armed here, stops his feet, and gives up a little bit of a pressure. I think he's a guard. I have a hard time seeing him on the edge. You can see he's in a hurry to get out against the speed. His chest is wide open. He reaches here, gives up his chest, and gets beat and gives up a pressure. I'd like to see more variation in his sets. I'd like to see more quick sets. It's going to be an adjustment for him to make a move to guard. I don't think he's ever played guard. Understand he took some reps, I think, at the Senior Bowl. I think Emery's going to have a hard time pressing for a job at either guard spot year one. He does a much better job here mirroring the rush and keeping his feet moving, although he looks uncomfortable here in terms of his timing. His hands are high as he shoots them. The defender seems out of reach to him, but I do like how he's able to mirror this rush a lot better and protect the quarterback.